Peaking overnight, one person is out of their home after a fire on Savannah's south side. It happened around 3:30 this morning on East Wellwood Street. We're told no one was hurt. Firefighters say it took about 15 minutes to get that fire under control.
New this morning, Pooler residents filled City Hall as developers revealed plans for a big new project, but neighbors worry the city's already stretched too thin. City Hall was packed as people voiced their concerns over plans for more than 100 acres at Pooler Parkway and Pine Barren Road. Developers want to build some hotels, retail stores, a grocery store, and an amphitheater, but residents warn Pooler's already overdeveloped. Traffic and flooding are among their biggest worries.
In Pooler, anybody who lives in Pooler will tell you that traffic is a nightmare. You know, we live right off of Pine Barren. Pine Barren into Pooler Parkway, you wait at that light 4 times, and that takes another 10 minutes.
Developers say they have finished a traffic study and will work with the city to prevent problems. They plan to phase the project, finishing around 2033, and say anyone who missed the meeting can still give feedback before a final plan goes to City Council.
Residents are also speaking up in Statesboro and a packed City Hall to hear concerns over a potential new fire fee. Last night's meeting focused on the proposed fee that could appear on utility bills later this year. City Fire Chief Tim Grams explained how much it might cost, who would pay, and why the fee could provide more stable funding as Statesboro continues to grow. Leaders also emphasized the fee would apply to everyone inside city limits, including tax-exempt properties. They say the department needs funding even after losing coverage areas last year.
The biggest thing it does is that it provides a stable revenue source that will grow with our community. As you know, Statesboro has underwent a tremendous amount of growth over the past several years.
City leaders say more town halls will be scheduled before council makes a final decision.
New developments right now. Bryan County commissioners are hearing some legal findings on West Wind Elements later today. The company wants nickel refinery in Richmond Hill, but residents are concerned about safety, neighborhoods, and the environment. West Wind says the site could bring jobs, but last week the company claimed the land may already be contaminated. Local officials say they were not aware of this before it became public. Commissioners say no action is planned at the meeting today, but more steps could follow. That meeting is scheduled for tonight at 5:30 at the Richmond Hill Administrative Complex. We'll keep you updated as new details come out.
3 minutes after 6 o'clock, it is Tuesday morning. We are taking a live look out over City Hall from photojournalist Ardo Timo. He's out on the street. Storm Team 3 meteorologist Alyssa Carsley, however, is in the studio in the Weather Center with our weather on the 3. See how that worked out?
I see. And staying warm as well because it is a bit chilly out there. Our temperatures are very close to where they were yesterday. Once again, back into the 30s as well as the lower 40s. So just stay warm throughout the next few hours, though quickly once the sun pops up, our temperatures are going to jump into the 50s at 9, 60s at 11, and then low 70s by 1. And that's where we find our high temperatures for today. Getting back, sitting comfortable at 74 degrees here in Savannah. It's the first time in quite a while we're tracking temperatures above average. A comfortable 75 in Glenville. Still up and down the immediate coastline, so Hilton Head as well as Tybee will still find our high temperatures in the low to mid 60s, but at least that warm sunshine's out there for today. Make sure you're taking full advantage of it because we are tracking some big changes on the way. Starting tomorrow with the cold front and rain showers, and then we're back in the 60s for the rest of the week as we head into this Valentine's Day weekend with our temperatures again in the 60s, but that sunshine's out there at least by Thursday. But for our Wednesday tomorrow, just make sure you have the umbrella close by. So coming up in just around 10 minutes, we'll talk about how the chance of rain increases with a few rounds of rain moving in throughout our Wednesday tomorrow.
Thank you, Alyssa. We have new updates this morning about a big emergency response on River Street Sunday. According to authorities, Savannah Fire and police were on the scene near the Hyatt Regency for an SPD dive team operation. Police say the team was searching the river for evidence linked to an armed robbery on West Congress Street. That investigation is still ongoing. Of course, we'll bring you more updates as they become available.
New this morning, authorities are investigating the death of an inmate at Smith State Prison in Glenville. Georgia corrections officials confirmed that Nicholas Schaefer, serving 20 years for a Newton County kidnapping, died on Sunday after a fight with another inmate. Authorities say his body is with the coroner and will go to the GBI lab to determine the cause of death. Officials tell WSAV they're investigating it as a homicide.
Meanwhile, a grand jury has indicted 2 teens in the deadly Chatham County shooting that killed a 14-year-old boy. A Chatham County grand jury has indicted Marcus Thomas Jr. and Caesar Thomas Jr. Both are charged with malice murder, 2 counts of felony murder, criminal attempt to commit armed robbery, and aggravated assault. Prosecutors say the charges stem from the shooting death of Markel Bush. It happened back in September on West 57th Street. Police say they found Bush unresponsive inside a home with a gunshot wound. According to authorities, officers later stopped a car near West 63rd and Montgomery Streets with Thomas inside with a non-life-threatening gunshot wound. He was taken to the hospital. U.S. Marshals later arrested Thomas. Caesar Tompkins turned himself in November.
Happening now in the Low Country, a Bluffton neighborhood is split over a plan to reduce the local deer population. At Rose Hill Plantation, a neighborhood vote narrowly approved reducing the population by 141, according to the Property Owners Association. The POA hired qualified sharpshooters required under the state's Department of Natural Resources program to use suppressed weapons for the call. Some neighbors tell WSAV they don't trust the process and question the vote and the permits.
Fortunate thing with culling is everything is a guideline. There really aren't laws with culling.
I have homeowners who call me and say, we're hearing gunshots right now. We're hearing trucks driving back and forth. And it's all hours of the night. So it's keeping some homeowners up.
The DNR says all surveys and permits were checked before the call. They expect the deer to be processed and then donated to a local food pantry.
Meanwhile, South Carolina lawmakers are trying to update DUI laws to make roads safer. The changes, sponsored by Beaufort Senator Tom Davis, would toughen penalties, let more people draw blood to check alcohol levels, and send a third DUI conviction straight to jail. Davis says the bill could be a game changer, and all plea deals would now go before a judge in court.
A lot of bad outcomes in South Carolina in terms of drunk driving deaths, in terms of acquittals in DUI proceedings, because there are a lot of loopholes in our code that defense attorneys take advantage of.
So you're talking about 10 pages in the South Carolina code just to explain the crime, when you've got crimes like murder, which is a 1 sentence.
The DUI bill passed the Senate and is now in the House. Solicitor Duffy Stone says he's excited about the bill, but will wait to see the final version before supporting it.